Man, I don't know if we need to make a trade, if we need to wait for Juju Watkins to come out of the draft, or if we just need to, I don't know, man, free agency somehow. But the Chicago Sky needs to get a point guard ASAP, like immediately. I'm fuming because we just lost a game, literally because we do not have a point guard, a legitimate distributor of the basketball. And I'm not trying to knock Dana Evans or Lindsey Allen at all. You know, those are two veterans in the league, proven. But Lord, can we get a honest distributor? Because it's like every time Angel Reese was cooking or Camila Cardoso was cooking, they just went away from him. They just went away from him, man. And I'm getting a little upset with the Chicago Sky at this point. But what's good, people? It is Tony the Savant. Before we get started, please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. As well, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel as I go live daily, drop content daily. Stay very busy on the platform. And last but not least, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, as I'm always intrigued to know what you all have to say about these topics. And I mean what I say. I don't know how. We lost Kalia Copper, man. If we should have gave away the entire house, kept Kalia Copper, and then added Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese. Because we don't have any perimeter threats at all. And shout out to Kennedy Carter. You know what I mean? I love me some Kennedy Carter. But she is just a pure scorer. She would be perfect. Kind of how Kalia Copper is. You know what I mean? She had been perfect in a situation with the Phoenix Mercury or a team like that. Or the Connecticut Sun. Because Alyssa Thomas relieves a lot of the other players off of the point guard duties. But to be honest, man, it's getting kind of heartbreaking, I guess you can say, as a Chicago Sky fan, because we've dropped so many games like this, not as bad as this, because the Phoenix Mercury beat the Chicago Sky 86-68 yesterday. It was the second game that we played the Phoenix Mercury in the last 3 days. The Chicago Sky have been on a back-to-back-to-back. They've played every day since the All-Star break, Olympic break has concluded. And there could have been some fatigue involved for sure, you know. But we lost just as bad in the first game against the Phoenix Mercury 2 days ago. And it's just getting to the point where we have to address this issue immediately, because we're not going to be able to compete with any of the more competitive teams. I should say that. You don't even have to say elite. We're not going to be able to compete with them because we don't have the troops to do so. Our perimeter defense is terrible. The only thing worse than the perimeter offense for the Chicago Sky right now is the perimeter defense. And I'm about to get into the Angel Reese bars. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I am. I just had to address that situation as a Chicago Sky fan, because I was highly pissed off when we traded Kalia Copper. I figured we would be getting Camila Cardoso. I figured that much because she was a high draft pick. You know, she was expected to go in the first three. We had the third pick of the draft. So, you know, I fully expected to land Camila Cardoso, Cameron Brink, one of those type players. Didn't really expect us to land Angel Reese as well. But hindsight's 2020, right? I wish, even if we only was able to get Camila Cardoso, that we was able to keep Kalia Copper, because we had at least a perimeter presence there, offensively and defensively. Kalia Copper ain't no scrub on defense. So I'm just really at to the point where I'm headed up to my nostrils with the Chicago Sky's ownership and organization. They have been essentially terrible for a mighty long time. And I seen this go down in the Ella Della Donna era. I seen this go down after we won the championship in 2021. You know, it's like we was able to accumulate enough decent players to win one championship, and then they went right back to being terrible. I mean, shout out to the organization for getting Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. I do truly feel like we have a twin tower type combination in our post presence. You know, for our post play. Oh yeah, excuse me, our post players. Camila Cardoso is a beast in her own right. Don't get it twisted. She's coming off of an injury. That's the only reason why she's had a slow start. But she is third behind Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese in double doubles. Quiet is kept. Camila Cardoso is the truth. And I know when she gets 100% healthy and gets a full off season and some training camp, she's gonna come back a totally different player next year. She is from the almighty South Carolina Gamecocks. A student directly from the school of Dawn Staley. Don't get it twisted. Camila Cardoso has not really had the well, let me say it like this. She's not been healthy enough to really be what she was at South Carolina, or really display all of her skills. Because really low key, Camila Cardoso could be the female Joker. Low key. You know what I mean? She does have that passing ability. She does have the scoring ability. And if you think I'm capping, just go watch some of her Gamecock games. You know what I mean? Just go watch her body of work in college. Mama was the truth. But this past game, and even the first game against the Mercury, and even in the previous game versus the Los Angeles Sparks, Camilla has been getting back into herself. And we continue to struggle to get her the basketball. One, two, we can't guard nobody. We can't guard anybody on the perimeter. Kalia Copper was walking past. Well, the first game and the first game back from the break, and tonight's game, just walking right past us, man. You know what I mean? And it gets to the point where your bigs can only help so much. They have to still guard their players, especially when you have a player like Brittany Griner. You know what I mean? In the paint with you, you can't leave Brittany Griner. She ain't no big 3-point shooter, but she can hit that shot, and also she can just shoot right over everybody. So you have to give 100% focus and effort to Brittany Griner. But the Chicago Sky, man, they haven't yet to get anybody of importance on that perimeter. I love me some Marina Mabry. I thought that she was a good offensive threat, but she was just as terrible on defense. Respectfully, not knocking her. It's just that she wasn't that great on defense for us. I felt like we should have kept her and try to find a way to get some defense, because she was a 3-point threat. She gave us an actual 3-point threat, and she was a good complementary to what Kennedy Carter does. In fact, the number of games that we won, it was because Mabry was able to hit a timely three. Kennedy Carter was able to do what she was doing, and Angel Reese was able to do what she does. The balance attack was good for us. But at the end of the day, man, we're dealing with what we're dealing with. Let me read off these box scores real quick. Y'all know I love the numbers. Let's go with my Chicago Sky. Again, Phoenix beat us by 18 points. Final score was 68 Chicago Sky to Phoenix Mercury's 86. Now, Angel Reese had herself a game. Sorry it took so long to get to this point. She had herself a game. A career high in rebounds, 20. 20 rebounds, ladies and gentlemen, and perfect 10 on offensive rebounds and a perfect 10 on defensive rebounds, extending her record for the most offensive rebounds in a WNBA season for the Chicago Sky. I believe that's a WNBA record as well. And also, she is now 4 double-doubles away, as she notched 18 with this game. She is 4 double-doubles away from having the most double-doubles in a WNBA season for a rookie or a vet. Angel Reese is the truth. And I got to say that when I was posting about this, Angel Reese in this game, the Caitlin Clark fans, man, y'all got to relax, bro. I don't understand why y'all get so triggered when somebody's talking positively about Angel Reese. It's no threat to Caitlin Clark, you know what I mean? But as I was posting, giving Angel Reese her flowers, her props. The Caitlin Clark fans came out in droves and was just attacking her, and it's just getting sad to this point. It's like, what do y'all want her to do? you know, she's doing everything she can. Of course, she has some aspects of her game that she needs to work on, and we've seen some of that work last night as Angel Reese hit 3 mid-range jump shots, and it was all nothing but net. So she's definitely working on her game. She's not afraid to take those shots. It's just a matter of being comfortable. And mind you, defenses play Caitlin Clark as well, but defenses play Angel Reese just as tough. Angel Reese don't get no possessions off. And the fact of the matter that she had a couple jump shots wide open is because people don't think that she can hit them. And every time they left her open for a jump shot, what did she do? She hit them. She even went, I remember earlier on in the season, she has a 3-point shot in her game as well. It's just not in the schematics of the Chicago Sky to have Angel Reese being a stretch four. She's very much needed on the rebounds, and she's very much needed in the paint. That's why I say it's really incumbent on the upper brass to fill out this roster, to understand what we have, and to fill out this roster. And I'm getting to the point where I'm having a little anxiety. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put this out there. I'm having a little anxiety as to what the Chicago Sky organization is going to do next. Because I got a bad feeling that they're going to end up trading Camila Cardoso in order to try to get, another player. It's going to be another Marina Mabry situation where we forfeit our entire future and organization for one player and nothing even comes of it. I just got a little anxiety because once we got rid of Kalia Copper, I knew that these people were capable of doing the absolute anything, and it was going to piss me off. It kind of feels like the Chicago Bulls over here, how that organization just cannot get right. No matter what you do, you give them a number 1 draft pick, a generational talent like Derrick Rose, they screw it up. You know what I mean? We put a decent team together. I can't say Vucevic, I think is my man's name is. DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine. We got a decent squad, and they don't play them right. You know what I mean? Like, Billy Donovan is terrible. How does Billy Donovan still have a job and Darvin Ham does not? Phil Handy does not. Sam Cassell is not a head coach, but Billy Donovan is, and I understand he's a college coach. He's won championships as a college coach. But this is the professional leagues, man. This is the big dogs. Can't be running them same mundane college plays. Where there's only 1 or 2 actions. You need everybody busy, and you need to be able to get your team to buy in. I think that's the number 1 thing that's wrong with the Bulls, but let me not chime, you know what I mean? The Chicago Sky putting me in that same state of misery, man, where it's just like, damn, bro. What do we got to do? What do we have to do? Go get Candace Parker out of retirement? Go trade for Courtney Vandersloot again? Like, I mean, what do we got to do, bro? It's crazy. But anyway, again, Angel Reese had 19 points to go along with her 20 rebounds. She also put together one steal. I thought that said block. She had no block. She went 3 of 5 from the free throw line, much better than she did the other night. And 8 of 16 from the field, shooting at a 50% notch. Camila Cardoso, who only played 16 minutes, which just tells me that she's still dealing with some injuries. Or I don't know what's going on. I don't know why Teaspoon ain't playing no more if she's completely healthy. But I believe she's still kind of dealing with some injuries right now. She doesn't look to be herself. 12 points for Camila. She got 4 rebounds, 2 assists. That's it. But she shot 6 or 7 from the field. And I got to say this about Camila Cardoso, man. She was cooking in the beginning. I think she got like 8 points for us in the first quarter. And I absolutely hate that we don't go back to her. Like, I don't get why we don't go back to Camila Cardoso when she's cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let her cook until she's not cooking no more. I mean, respectfully, Angel Reese can find her game, off the bounds and just in the schematics of it. She'll get her points. But we need to get to a point where we got to let Camila Cardoso at least start the game off for her. You know what I mean? Or end the game off with her, much like the Phoenix Mercury do with Brittany Griner. You know, they go to Brittany Griner a lot in the beginning and a lot in the fourth quarter. In the second and third quarters, that is really like the Diana Taurasi, Kalia Copper, Sophie Cunningham show. Whoever was hot that game. But again, Camilla, and this was coming off a double double she had against the Los Angeles Sparks. I believe she had one in the first game against the Phoenix Mercury as well. Don't quote me on that. From that point, got Kennedy Carter. I got another video coming about Ken. Some interesting stuff going on with her. 16 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. She was doing what she could do, doing all that she could do anyway for us. And she went 7 to 18 from the field. Another one of my favorite Chicago Sky players is Izzy Harrison. Izzy Harrison shot 5 of 12 from the field for 12 points and 6 rebounds, 1 block, 1 steal. And from that point on, man, that's it. That's it. And peep that there's only one perimeter player that I named. In fact, 2, 5. We only got 9 points from everybody else on this team, from the other players. You know, we got a nice production from our bigs. Uh, Izzy Harrison, Camila Cardoso, and Angel Reese, and that is it. There's 9 points amongst the other players not named the bigs. Excuse me. If you put in Kennedy Carter, you know, let's extract Kennedy Carter from that as well. There's 9 points that wasn't from Kennedy Carter and our bigs, and it's just very alarming. It's very concerning to me. Because not only are we not getting nothing from these young ladies on the offense, we're not getting anything from them on the defense. And I hate to say this, this was the case before Marina Mabry got traded. Marina Mabry was at least the offense for us. You could afford to have a Dana Evans to have a night off. You know, you could afford to have the Shields, a Diamond, the Shields to have a night off. Now that she's not there, and Lindsey Allen, you know, these are the players that have to step up. These are the players that have to be the perimeter presence offensively and defensively. And it is just trash that we don't have that. For the Phoenix Mercury, let me go with my favorite player on that squad, Kalia Copper. She was a lot quieter than she was the first game against the Chicago Sky the other night. She put up 29 the other night on some impressive shooting, but tonight she only put up 7 points. The defense was a lot more suffocating on her. She also didn't shoot very well from the field. She shot 2 of 11, and 0 for 4 from the 3-point line. Diana Taurasi, oh yeah, the legend. Now I've got my criticisms about Diana, you know, but I actually kind of respect her game. She's one of the old school types. She gonna kick, screen, pinch. She's gonna do what she got to do to get the advantage over you. And she was showing out last night, and she led all scorers with 23 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. She went 2 of 8 from the 3-point line with the threes that she did hit, or momentum changers. You know, really got her team into the game. So, and then she went 7 of 14. Excuse me, I'm sorry, 6 of 13 from the field in total. Went 9 of 9 from the free throw line as well. So you know, just getting her points where she knows how to get them. Old school vet, knows how to pick her spots. And Brittany Griner, she had 18 points herself, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. Yeah, 1 big block and shot 7 of 14 from the field. Very impressive, you know. And now you got my criticism about BG as well. Sophie Cunningham notched her first double-double in her career last night, the sharpshooter for the Phoenix Mercury, as she put up 13 points, 10 rebounds. So congratulations to her as well. I am a Sophie Cunningham fan. I love her game. I love how she plays. And I love that she's such a huge threat from that 3-point line. Like, seriously, she can go off in any given moment. So very well balanced game once again from the Phoenix Mercury versus my Chicago Sky. But we got to do something, man. And I think that we have an advantage against like a team against we have a competitive chance, not an advantage. We have a competitive chance against a team like the Los Angeles Sparks, or you know, trying to think, the Washington Mystics, who don't themselves have much of a perimeter presence. But any team with a real perimeter presence, we're gonna have troubles with. And we even seen that with Kaylin Clark and the Indiana Fever when we faced them. You know, CC can do what she want against these ladies because they can't hold her. They can't hold a candlestick to her. You know what I mean? But we couldn't even stop Diana Taurasi. So, man, it is sad. It is bad to be a Chicago Sky fan, but I'm here. I'm loyal. Let's get Angel Reese some help, man. Please, please. I was tweeting the Chicago Sky organization directly. They may never see these tweets or whatever, but I've been begging them every day, protesting and begging to get Kalia Copper back somehow, some way, man. You know, immediately, effective immediately. But this video went a little longer than I wanted to go. That's all I got for y'all on this one. Please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel as well. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, as I'm always interested to know what you all have to say about these topics, especially this topic. I thank y'all for the love and support. It is Tony the Savant. Peace.